Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm doing a tier list for Pokemon TCG Pocket. So it does matter the order, and it's my opinion, so don't flame me too much. First up, we got Pikachu EX. Now, this deck is fast, quick, and honestly deceptively tanky with all the basic EXs going on. In a game of RNG, consistency is king. And on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Articuno EX, which is, well, I call it Misty Flip. You have Misty, you flip a coin early on. If you get a heads, you can honestly just sweep your whole opponent's board without them really having a chance to even play. These two decks are extremely aggressive and fast. That is why they are S tier in my book. Next up, we have Gardevoir and Mewtwo EX. Now, this deck is the opposite. Once it gets set up, late game, it is almost unstoppable. It hits you for 150 damage, knocks out your EXs, knocks out your basic mons, and it's very hard to stop. That is going to be the first A on my A list. The next up, we got Charizard EX. Now, this deck is also pretty tanky, but it is kind of RNG hectic with coin flips with Moltres and just finding all your Charizard pieces. So for that, I'm going to put it behind Mewtwo. But honestly, when it gets set up, it's probably the funnest deck in the game to play, in my opinion. Next up, we got Dragonite. Now, Dragonite always needs to be partnered with something just to stall out the game, try to get control, and eventually just nuke your whole opponent's board. I do think it's very good when it gets set up, so that's why I have to put it in the A tier behind Mewtwo and Charizard. Also kind of coin flippy. Speaking of coin flips, we have Marowak EX. Now, this is a fast, quick, and I think just overall underrated deck. Marowak hits Pikachu for weakness and can one-shot all basic EXs if you just have some luck on your side. Now, for me, that ain't happening. Next up, Venusaur EX is up next, and this is probably surprising to a lot of people, but it is one of the best late game, if not the best late game EXs. It is very tanky and has big sustain, and that's what makes it so good. The only thing is the energy cost that holds it back. Up next after that, we got Gengar EX. Now, I really want Gengar to be good, but hitting for 3 energy on a stage 3 for 100 damage is very tough. Now, it does have some highlights, like it can't be Sabrina passed or Blamed or Lieutenant Surged, which is good, but it's just going to have to go in the C tier. And that goes into the next one, which is Machamp EX. Now, I love Machamp EX, but having one attack that costs 3 fighting energy and it's a stage 2 doesn't even one-shot a lot of basic EXs does make it tough to use and a little clunky. So that will round out my tier list here. Thank you to the subs as always, and I'll catch you next time.